What's up, guys? This is David aka Flippy with another deck tech for you guys. This time we're going to talk about Firkraag, the Cunning Investigator. And this was a pre-con that I had. I bought a long time ago and I upgraded it. And as you already know, if you subscribe to me or if you watch any of my videos, I love dragons. And this guy is a special dragon. Because not only is he a dragon, but he's a dragon that goads. That makes not just him, but other dragons goad. So goading means like whenever he attacks, or other dragons attack, they get goaded. And when they get goaded, that means that the creature that you choose to goad, they can't attack you, but they can attack everyone else. And whenever creatures deal combat damage to an opponent, and if they had to attack, he gets a +1/+1 counter, and you get to draw a card. So this whole deck is when you get the precon, it's really just about like, it's like random goading stuff and shit. But I wanted to make it more okay. Dragons matter plus the goading, because like there's a problem with this deck. Well, when I first started playing it, that if two people end up killing each other, if you don't have any, because like, okay, once two people are gone, you can't goad anything anymore. So you still have to have ways to win. And this deck has ways to win. So let's start showing you guys how we're going to win. So we'll start with the artifacts first. We play one way fires bubble, tap two, and then I can get two basics. That's pretty good. Then we play, of course, the Soul Ring, self-explanatory. We play a Mind Stone, add one, sack it, draw a card. We play an Is It Signet, get some of that extra ramp. We play Arcane Signet, one color. We're playing Is It, so red and blue is the only color, but it's still a good card. Then Orb of Dragonkind. This card's really good because I can add 2 colors of mana, any color I want, to cast dragons only. And then if I really into a pinch, I can pay red and then sack it and then look at the top 7 cards of my library, and if I can get it, if there's a dragon, I get to put it in my hand. But yeah, cool card. And we have Dragon's Horde. Another little mana rock, but then other things, whenever a dragon enters the battlefield, you get to put a charge counter on those, a gold counter, and you can tap it and take a gold counter off and draw a card. And that's one color of any mana, so it's really good. Then for the last one, we run Quicksilver Amulet. This is just to cheat out big shit. So if you have like, you'll see later, I play a lot of dragons, and I play some big creatures, but yeah. This, you put it down, you pay for, put any creature you want from your hand to the battlefield. So it's a good way to cheat guys out. Those are the artifacts. We play one Planeswalker, Sarkhan the Masterless. So whenever a creature attacks you or so whenever a creature attacks him or attacks me, each dragon deals 1 damage to the creature, so that's pretty good. And you could plus, if you uptick him 1, he turns into a 4/4 dragon, but he gains haste and well, no, he doesn't actually gain haste. He just becomes a 4/4 dragon. Then you can minus him and make a 4/4 dragon token, so he's pretty good. Then let's look at. Should we look at the spice first? Yeah, let's look at the spice first. So these are gonna be the enchantments. First, we got Curse of Opulence. Okay, so you enchant the player, and whenever that player is attacked, you make so you enchant them, they're cursed. So whenever someone attacks them, you get a gold token. And it's basically like a treasure token. You can tap it for mana. And the person who is attacking the other person gets a gold token too. So it entices them to attack, and it keeps everyone from you. Because this deck, once people realize what's going on, they know. Well, once they see Firkraag, they know. Oh, this guy's just gonna be goading everything. But yeah, even if they don't want to attack, they're gonna have to attack because they do want to attack because they want to get that gold token, So yeah, Curse of Opulence. Then, I'm sure you guys seen this in my Ur Dragon. profile, Dragon Tempest. I wouldn't say it's the best card in this deck, but when you get this, if they don't destroy it and you get to give your dragon taste and you get to burn everyone, really good card. Best card in my Dragon deck. It's okay in this deck, but I like it because I play a lot of dragon. Then we run Curse of Versati. This curse. Okay, so instead of them making gold, they get to draw. So you'll get to draw whenever they get someone gets attacked with this curse, and the person who attacked gets to draw too. So just more enticing people to attack other people and not attack you. And remember, usually I play a lot of cards where because with Firkraag reads, if a creature deals combat damage and had to. So not only if they're goaded, but if cards say creatures must attack, then you'll still get the counter and you still get the card draw. That's one thing you have to remember. Then we play Ristic Study. I mean, self-explanatory. You don't pay the 1, I get to draw a card. You pay the 1. When I play Commander, I pay the 1 because I don't want no one getting more cards than me. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely pay the 1. Then another chinky card, Shining Impetus. It's an aura. Okay, so you enchant someone's creature, it gets +2/+2, and it's goaded. And whenever that creature attacks someone, you get to make a treasure. So you're getting mana, and if you have Firkraag out, he's gonna be getting counters, and you're gonna get the draw. So you're gonna get the draw, you get the counter, and you get the treasure. So really good card. Now for some, I think we have one more. Yeah, okay. So then we have Psychic Impetus. So this one, it's the same thing. They get goaded, but instead of getting draw or get treasure, you get to scry too. So this is not as good as Shining Impetus, but it's still good because it still triggers with Firkraag. So you want to trigger Firkraag, these cards all work with it. You don't have to attack with a dragon. If you have this and they're goaded, yeah, you still get the trigger for Firkraag. Now for some cards to make people not want to attack. So first we have Propaganda. Really good card. Creatures can't attack unless they pay 2. So for each creature attacking, so think about it. They're gonna have to pay 4 mana if 2 creatures attack. They're gonna pay 6 mana if 3 creatures attack. Usually they're not even gonna try to attack you because they want to save their mana because they want to cast spells. They don't want to have to worry about paying to attack someone. Yeah, really good card. Then we have Dissipation Field. Another card, whenever a permanent deals damage, return it to its owner's hand. Usually this stops them because especially if they cast like something big in their hand, they don't want it to be returned back. So they'll just look at someone else. Like, all right, I guess I'm attacking this person. You're still gonna be a threat, but you're gonna be hard to get up. Then we have Bine of Thassa, legendary artifact enchantment. Whenever a creature deals damage to a player, you may draw a card. Really good. And then you could pay 1 and a blue, and creatures your opponent control attack this turn if able. So if you activate that ability, it triggers Firkraag because they had to attack. So always remember that if they have to attack and Firkraag is on the board, you will get the counter and the draw. Some more Dragon Spice. We run Crucible of Fire, because we play a lot of dragons in this deck. I think we play 20 dragons. So 20 dragons, and think about it. You get this out, they become really big. And Firkraag is gonna get bonuses from this, so getting all dragons +3/+3, can't go wrong with that. Then we run a cool card. This one's called Archon War. Okay, so it's a saga. At the beginning, you can control a creature. That's step 1. Then your next phase, until your next turn, creatures your opponent controls attack each combat if able. So it's going to trigger Firkraag again. And then at the end, it's basically like a pseudo board wipe. Each creature deals damage equal to their power to themselves. So each creature that's tapped. So you're going to have a lot of tapping creatures because they're all going to be tapped because they're all goaded. So they're all going to be attacking. And then for the last bit of spice, one with the multiverse. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. and once each of your turns, you can cast a spell from your hand or the top of your library without paying its mana cost. Bro, you get this out, it's usually a kill on sight, but usually they don't worry about it because like, oh, what's the worst you can do? But yeah, this card's really good. Another way to cheat cards out, because I got a lot of big stuff in here. I think I only have like a few cost reducers. It's not like Dragon where everything is a coupon. Alright, so that was the enchantments. Let's do the instants and sorcerers. So I run 1, 2, 3, 4 counters. So for the first off, Mana Drain. Best counter in Commander, in my opinion. Really good card. You counter it, and at the beginning of your next main, you add that much mana equal to the spell's converted mana cost that you countered. So really good. This card I'm still testing, but right now I like it because, okay, so it only targets artifacts and enchantments, but it also can counter a target ability or a trigger. So that's like, I like having this because then say if they use that ability to like, you know, pop something or use an ability to draw, and I don't like the card, I could just counter it right there. Just be like, alright, it's done. And then we have Mana Leak. If you play this early, they're not gonna have the 3 to counter it, so I like it. And then the old school negate. It's non-creature spell negate, so those are the 3 counters we run. Then we run expensive intervention. Okay, so I look at the top 3 cards. I put 1 in my hand, one on the bottom, and 1 in my exile one, and I can play it. So usually what you want to do, you want to exile the land, because if you don't have enough mana to play something, the land is what you're gonna need, because then you could actually play it and not lose a card. But yeah, really cool card. Then for some spot removal, we have Chaos Warp. I mean, self-explanatory. Where target permanent shuffles into the deck, and then they put a permanent down from the top. Hopefully they get a land if they don't get a land, but yeah, that's fine. That's what's fun about Chaos Warp. Then we run Magnum Opus. Okay, so this card deals 4 damage divided as any number of cards. So if they have 4 1/1s or mana dorks, you could just pop all the mana dorks. And then you get to create a 4/4 red elemental token, draw 2 cards, and if this is too big in your hand, you could actually discard it and create a treasure. You just gotta pay it red, 2 red or 2 blue, or red and blue. Cool card. Now we're gonna go into some of the goading stuff. So, Spectacular Showdown. So this card puts double strike tokens on creatures. So if you just play it by itself, you just put 1 token, one double strike token, and that creature's goaded, which then will target him. But then if you overload it, so it would be 4 and 3, so basically 7. If you have 7 and you play this, everything gets goaded. So it's pretty cool. That's what you want. You want things to get goaded, and you don't want to die. You want everyone to kill like, you want your opponents to kill each other and then save you. Like, by the time you're last, you're so set up that you're just gonna win. Then we do Disruptive Adernum. Goad all creatures you don't control. So basically this is the same thing, but it's only for 4 mana. It's sorcery speed. Same thing, sorcery speed for the other card too, but this card's just straight up like, okay, everything's goaded. So this is like, you kill this until you see everyone have big shit, and then everyone has to kill each other. It's pretty funny. And you'll get triggers off of this. Alright, now for the pseudo board wipes. So we run Cyclonic Rift, Chain Reaction, and Blasphemous Act. So these are just like normal. Okay, this is the normal shit. So Blasphemous Act is always really good because you're dealing 13 to everything, and it costs 1 less for each creature on the battlefield. So you basically, a lot of times you're playing this for just 1 red. Chain Reaction deals X to how many numbers of creatures on the battlefield. So it's like a Blasphemous Act too, but it depends on how many creatures. That's how much damage it deals. And Cyclonic Rift is not really a board weight, but it's a board. It feels like a one-sided board when you overload it, because then everyone's permanents go back to their hand, and then you're probably gonna win if you play that. And then I run another card called Ether Gale. It's like a less version of Cyclonic Rift. It's only 6 non-link permanents to the hand. But yeah, that's it for that. Okay, I think it's time to start going into the creatures. So we'll do the non-dragons first. So first we have Dragon Lord Servant and Dragon Speaker Shaman. I'll put them both together because they're both cost reducers. Dragon Lord Servant is a 1 less, and then Dragon Speaker Shaman is a 2 less. This is a better card, but I like this guy too because he's only 2 mana and a 1 less. You could play Firkraag for 4 instead of 5. It's really good. So if you can get this out early, then you get to, ramp out with all your other dragon spells. But yeah, these guys are cool. They're cost reducers. Then we have, here comes some of the goading stuff. So we have a card called Agitator Ant. At the beginning of your end step, each player may, remember this is a may ability, so put a +1, 2 +1/+1 counters on creature they control, and they're goaded. So you could even choose to do this too, but really you're probably not, you're just putting it out to entice other people to put counters and then attack each other to, get those counters on them. So yeah, really cool card. Then we have the Bothersome Quitsit. This guy's really cool. I like him. So he's a creature demon. He has menace, and goaded creatures your opponent controls can't block. So not only can't, so they can't defend so if you have this out and everything's goaded, they can't defend against each other. And not only that, but then they can't defend against you. So you're getting damage in no matter what. So this card's really good. And also, whenever you cast a creature spell, go to target creature opponent controls. You can't beat that. So he has kind of like a spell slinger effect, which is really good. Then we have my boy, the Scholar Grillax. Okay, so he's legendary horror, and whenever a creature you control becomes blocked, you may return it to its owner's hand. Let me tell you now, no one wants to block. No one wants to block. When you have him out, everyone's just like, oh, I'll take the 3 damage. Or if you have a big dragon, usually they have to block, and then they're just going to have to put the shit back to their hand, so you're not even going to lose anything. And whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage, you get to draw a card. So he's draw source, and he stops people from wanting to block, because you want to get the damage in. And we have Kamiku Battle Armor. This is a artifact creature equipment. So he has menace too, and you can equip him to a creature. It gets +2/+2 and has menace. And whenever an equipped creature with this or this by itself attacks, you get to go to all go to all creatures player controls. So you can swing with this if they can't stop it, or if you put it on like me, I like to equip it with him. And now he has flying, and he's 6. He's a 5/5, and they can't stop it because he's flying and he has menace, so it's really good. And then you get to goad their whole board. The whole board is goaded, and you just sit there and cry like, God damn it. Then we have a Bonish Heart for ramp. We have a Solemn Simulacrum for ramp 2. So these guys just let you get basics. He lets you get 2. When he enters the battlefield, you search for 1 basic land tapped, and then when he dies, you get to draw. So these guys are just for extra draw. Well, he's for draw and he's for land, and they're both for land, so they're good ramp cards. We have some more spiciness. Cunning Instigator. I love this guy. So you could pay a blue, and then until your next turn, opponent controls can't be so a creature opponent controls, goad that creature, and it can't be blocked. So it's really good. So so yeah, you can't no matter what, he's gonna make a creature unblockable, and it's gonna goad it, so you're gonna get his trigger no matter what. So he's really good. Then we have Mocking Doppelganger. This card is annoying because someone plays like a really big, like a really good creature, and you're like, man, dude, that shit's annoying. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna flash this in. This becomes a copy of it, and then that card is goaded. So now, not only is that big scary creature goaded, you have the same big scary creature, and that creature's goaded. So as long as this is on the board. So yeah, this is a good surprise. You just hold this in your hand. They play something scary, and it's like, all right, well, now this is it too. And your guys goaded, by the way, so you can't hit me, and you get the triggers for that. Then we have Brash Taunter. This guy, he's just for like he's good for like the early game because a lot of things are gonna have to attack, and a lot of things like you don't have anything really to stop it. So if they're not goaded, this guy will make them not want to attack you either because he has an indestructible, and when he's dealt damage, he deals that much damage to a target opponent. So that's really good. And he could, if you pay a red and 2, he could fight another creature. So then he could fight something that's a, say, a 5/5, and then he could deal 5 to someone's face, which is really good. And then the Game Ender, Avatar of Slaughter. This card is so dumb. So all creatures have double strike and attack if able. So you're gonna get triggers for this. And usually when this card comes out, everyone's gonna kill each other because everyone has double strike, and usually by the time you have enough mana to get this out, everyone already has ramped and has like really scary stuff. So yeah, I like this card. It's really fun. All right, now for my favorite part of the deck profile, the dragons. So we have Sprite Dragon, Flying in Haste. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Sprite Dragon. So this is just, so say you have both of these guys, so you would turn 5 play Firkraag, then if you have this, play him out, swing with both of them, you go 2 creatures. And every time you cast, he just gets bigger. So usually they're gonna want to, once they get rid of Firkraag, they're gonna get rid of this because he gets really big. Then we have Thunderbreak Regent. This guy is basically a lightning bolt on a dragon, because anytime a dragon becomes a target of a spell or ability, you deal damage to that player. So basically, if they keep trying to hit your dragons while this guy's on the board, he's going to be dealing 3, 6, 9, 12. He's going to keep dealing 3 to people, as many dragons are targeted. Yeah. He's not as good as another card that's in here, but he still works too. Then we have Varric's Bladewing. He's just a legendary dragon for 4/4, and if you play, so he's 2 and 2 red, and if you pay an extra 3 with his top cost, you get to bring another token, well, another dragon, and it's a 4/4 with flying. So just extra dragons on the board. Then we have Territorial Hellkite. Flying in Haste, he costs 2 and 2 red, and then at the beginning of your combat, you choose an opponent at random that you didn't attack. So basically, like, he has to attack someone, so every turn, he has to attack a new person. He can't attack the same person every time. He's a little random, but he's fun, and he's a 6/5, so. And if he's with Firkraag, he's gonna trigger those good old goading dragon abilities. Alright, Maniform Hellkite. This is a little pet card of mine. I play a lot of like instants and sorceries in this deck. It's not like a spell slinging deck, but he works really good whenever you're casting non-creature spells. So whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create an XX red dragon illusion creature with flying and haste, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast this, and then you exile the token after. But the whole point is, if you cast your enchantments, you cast your artifacts, you cast your instant sorcerers, you're going to be making dragons. And then don't forget, he likes dragons. Because the more dragons you got, the more creatures you're going to goad. So that's a point. And save, we're at the end. You know, it's not bad to have a creature where every time you play something that's a non-creature, you get a token that can swing in for damage. Yeah, really cool card. I like Metaform Hellkite. Vengeful Ancestor. This guy, so he's a spirit dragon with flying, and whenever Vengeful Ancestor enters the battlefield or attacks, goad target creature. So you get the double goad. So say if you have them both on the board, you're gonna swing. He'll activate. You'll go 2 cards. Then he'll activate. You'll go to 1. So you get to go 3 if you have Firkraag out. But yeah, then whenever a goaded creature attacks, it deals 1 damage. The 1 damage is not really crazy, but the goading, that's what we want. We want to goad everyone else's stuff because we want everyone to kill each other instead of us. Then, if you've seen my Dragon profile, Scourge of Valkis, he's the Dragon Tempest on a dragon. Whenever Scourge of Valkis or no dragon enters the battlefield, controller deals X damage to any target where X is the number of dragons you control. And he has fire breathing for 1 red. Yeah, he's really good. And like I said, you need cards to be able to help you win at the end, because it's fun making people kill themselves, but it's not fun when the two players are dead and you're stuck with another person and everything that you thought, oh, I goated it. Oh, you're in trouble. But this guy, he's really good dragon. Then we have Hunted Dragon. Okay, so this guy's really cool. So he's a dragon flying haste, and when Hunted Dragon comes into play, put 3 2/2 white night creatures with first strike onto another play. So you get to choose. Now, you can get political with this because you don't give a shit about the 2/2 knights because you're gonna probably end up goading those things anyway. So when you get this guy, you can be political. You be like, hey man, whoever I give these knights to, you know, like you owe me a favor. Like who needs creatures, like you could be like, hey, I'm doing this to help you out, but you're really doing it to screw someone over because you're just gonna end up goading those knights anyway, and it's gonna be dirty because they have first strike. Then we have Hypersonic Dragon. This guy's really cool. So he's a flying dragon. He has flying and haste, and you can cast sorcery spells as if though they had flash. So you basically cast all those sorcery spells I showed you before as instants. So that's really good. And yeah, when he comes out and you have like a lot of spells ready to go, and he has haste, so he's ready to go to attack to start giving Firkraag some more counters and stuff. But yeah, really cool card. Like this dragon. And remember I was telling you about that 1 dragon. You've seen this too in my deck profile for Dragon. Raffle Red Dragon. He has flying, and whenever a dragon you control is deal that much damage to any target that isn't a dragon. So you go to someone's face. Bro, I love when you have this guy out and no one reads it. Then they play a Blasphemous Act and you have multiple dragons. You're dealing a shit ton of damage to someone else, bro. Like whoever cast that Blasphemous Act is about to get like a lot of damage to the face. Yeah, really good dragon. Then we have Icefell Regent. Alright, so he's cool because when he enters the battlefield, you tap a target creature like opponent controls, and they can't untap when they're untapped stuff, as long as he's on the board. And spells your opponent's, so basically he has Ward 2 because they cost 2 more. They have to pay 2 more in order to target him with spells. So yeah, he's a cool dragon. Then we have Goldspan Dragon. If you're playing red, play Goldspan. If you like making treasures, play Goldspan. He's really good. He has flying and haste. Whenever he attacks, he makes a treasure. Whenever he's a target, he makes a treasure. And then treasures, they tap for 2 mana instead of 1 when he's on the board. So he's really good. Then my second, I think Goldspan is the second best. He's the best treasure dragon in the game right now. So Ancient Copper Dragon, he's an Elder Dragon, he has flying, and when Ancient Copper Dragon deals combat damage to a player, roll d20, make that many treasures. Self-explanatory. This guy's, I mean, if you can get one of these, I would get, if you play red or if you play dragons, I would get one of these because I think he's like one of my favorite dragons, like that, like newer dragons that came out last year. Alright, now we have Warmonger Hellkite. This guy is cool because he's a dragon, which that's what we like. We like dragons. And all creatures attack each combat if able. So that, you have to pay attention to that. When they have to attack, it triggers Firkraag. They don't have to be goaded. If they have to attack, this will still trigger this, which is really good. Then we have Nismizit Perun. He can't be countered. He has flying, and when you draw a card, he deals 1 damage to any target. Then, whenever you cast an instant sorcery, you draw a card. So, you're drawing from playing instants and sorceries, and whenever you draw, you're dealing 1. So, it's really cool. He just got a reprint. Well, I like that new anime arc. I think I might get the anime art just to put in this deck. Then we have Kilgan, the Tide Star. Pretty much, he's a dragon spirit when he has flying, and when he dies, you gain control of a target creature. So if he dies and someone's playing like, like a really good creature that you like or that's dangerous to you, just take it. Then we have Tyrant's Familiar. He's really cool. Alright, so he has flying and haste, and he has lieutenant. So as long as you control your commander, Tyrant's Familiar gets +2/+2. So he's basically he's a 7/7, and he has, whenever he deals damage. Whenever he attacks, he deals 7 damage to a target creature. So think about that. 7 damage. So you swing. They block. They have something. They actually do have something to block. A big ass dragon. Just deal 7 damage to it. Get it out of here. Yeah, he's really good. And like I said, dragon synergies. And we have 2 more big dragons. So you have Drekusev, Maw Flames. He's a legendary dragon, flying. Whenever Drekusev Maw Flames attacks, he deals 4 damage to any target. So you can deal 4 damage to someone's face or 4 damage to a creature. Then he deals 3 damage. You could split this up. So if they have Manadors, they have something small, you could deal 1 to each, or you deal 2 to 1 and 1, or you just deal 3 to something else. So you basically, it's pretty crazy. So you could just deal straight up, if you attack, you could deal 7, you could deal 4 to the face and 3 to the face, so it's 7 damage. So basically they'll take 14 if they don't have anything to stop this from hitting them. Then for the last dragon, we have Astral Dragon. He has Project Image. When Astral Dragon enters the battlefield, create 2 tokens that are copies of target non-permanents, except they're 3/3 dragon creatures in addition with other, and they have flying. So basically, he comes out. If you have a soul ring, you can make 2 soul rings. So you make 2 soul rings, or you can make anything that's working, anything that's like, gonna give you like an advantage. You can make a copy of it, and they're dragons. They could also attack and not just tap for whatever the hell you need them to do. But yeah, that is Firkraag. So like we always do on this channel, we're gonna shuffle this up. We're gonna do a test stand. See what we get. Hopefully we can get some cool stuff. It's hard to really show the power of this deck because you have to be playing against other people. It's the only way you're gonna see it, because when you see, like, say if you're playing with like people who are playing like aggro, like Gruul or something, like something that attacks a lot, like goblins or anything, dude, the games end really quick, especially if you're goading you're usually targeting the person with like all the biggest, baddest stuff. So if you're playing and you end up going, you're playing with this deck and you're playing against someone who's like, oh damn, I forgot to show you guys the lands. Yeah, okay, so for the lands, I have 1 fetch with Scalding Tarn, and I have, I think, 4, so I run 36 lands, so I run 10 10 mountains, 12 islands, 4 dual lands, and then 4 rainbow lands. And then I think 4 utility lands. So yeah, sorry about that. I got carried away. I was so excited. I was like, oh, I want to show you guys the test hand. So hopefully we get some good draws so you guys can see what we're doing. And so you see I'm not cheating. I will shuffle a little bit in front of you so you don't think I'm trying to stack the hand. Because you get a bad hand, you get a bad hand. I mean, you can't, all you could do is mulligan. That's it. And whenever you see me shuffling this, because I have all my cards are double sleeved, so it's like really hard to get there. All right, so we're going to cut it. No shenanigans. Let's see what we get. So we got a land, a curse, which is really good, or dragon kind. If miss it, oh, temple. 5, 6, and 7. Okay. We would probably keep this hand. So then we draw a card for turn. Oh, Dragon Speaker Shaman. Alright, so for what our first turn would be, we would do the temple. Comes in tapped. We get the scry one. Let's see what it is. It's a Haven of a Spirit Dragon. I think we keep that on top. Alright, okay, so then, you know, we pass, it goes back to us. Then we're going to play, let's do the island, and let's tap this for red and blue, and we'll play the orb, play that out. Alright, so now we have some more mana fixing. Pass our turn again, alright, it goes back to us. Oh wait, we didn't draw two, so we drew the Haven at that point. Okay, so now we would draw gold span. Oh my god, wow. All right, so we can do, okay, so all this is untapped. We can do the Haven, then we can tap this for red, and then this for Dragon Speaker. I'll put the camera up a little bit so you can see. All right, so we can tap this, tap these. I'll keep my hand over here so it's not in the way. Okay, we played a land, I think. So then we would, so this is our hand currently. So we still have stuff, I think, because Goldspan's coming out next turn no matter what, because now he costs 3. So basically, like, if we have one more lane, we could just draw Goldspan now. Because, like, the real thing, you don't care because you want to get Firkraag out. So let's do it like that. So we'll go, okay, say it's our next turn, right? I draw. Oh, Sly and Scare, good card. Alright, so we could just straight up, because now Firkraag costs 3 too. So we would tap this for red and blue, and tap this for 1, play Firkraag. So now he's out. So right away, we're going to go swing with Firkraag, go to one of their creatures, right? Then because it's we go to second main, we'll play the Is It Boiler Works. We'll return the island. So that's an extra 2 mana now. Alright, so back, okay, so we did combat damage, say it went around, their creature that we goaded did combat damage. So now he would get a counter, and I draw a card. Then I would draw 1 for turn. Alright, cool. Alright, so now we can start cooking. Play an island. Then remember, he makes everything cost less. So we would tap this for red and blue, and then 1 red for Goldspan Dragon. We would swing with our dragons, of course. So we make a treasure off of Goldspan. Make our treasure, right? Our treasure's there, and then we go 2 creatures because 2 dragons attack this turn. Then okay, so second main, we play land. So let's play another island. And for shits and giggles, let's just cast the Wayfarer's Barbel. Cast that too. Alright, so now we're in really good shape. So when it goes back to us, they're gonna untap. He's gonna get another counter, because I'm sure those creatures did damage, and you're gonna draw two cards. Okay. No, you're gonna draw one card. I lied. Oh no, you draw two. I lied, because two creatures did damage, and then you draw one for turn. Alright, so as you can see, you're gonna do some nasty shit, because then, okay, so if you untap, say, okay, we'll do this one last turn. Well, this is the one last attack that we're gonna do. Alright, so we can do all kind of shit. We can play curse a player, so we can get the scry. What I would do, because I like to do the cheeky shit, I play this. Then I would tap this for red and blue, and tap this for red and blue, and tap this for red, and tap this for blue, to play Nismizit. Unfortunately, he doesn't get anything because he doesn't have no generic pips because of Dragon Speaker Shaman. But yeah, you attack, you goad shit, you get to draw cards, you get to put counters on him. He's gonna be really big. You could probably be close, and then like if we just keep drawing, like we're oh my god, dude. The more stuff that happens, the more crazier shit gets. This card is ridiculous. Yeah, just know people are not gonna like you when you play this deck. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.